And welcome to the Gallery TV News on the hour. I am Titilayo Olamide. And first are the news headline. Matuwale promises to secure release of adopted Zamfara College students. Police arrest 13 more suspects linked to PLATEAU killings. Justice Baba Yusuf's appointment as acting FCT chief judge a perfect fit, says Governor Bello Yahaya. And Oyo State government flags off distribution of 5 million treated insecticide nets across the state. And on business report, federal government opens bid for airport concession, pegs worth of bidders at 30 billion naira. Again, SEC warns against patronage of Ponzi schemes. Lastly, on the foreign news, parishioners killed in crack damage historic anti-church. U.S. soldiers killed 2 armed men at Cuba airport. Now the news in details. Matuwale promises to secure release of adopted Zamfara State College students. The Zamfara State Governor Bello Matuwale has promised to secure the release of victims of the latest adoption by bandits in the state. In a statement by spokesman Yusuf Gusau, on Monday he condemned the attack on the College of Agriculture and Animal Science, Bakura. The government had earlier confirmed that 15 students and 4 staff of the institution were kidnapped when the assailants invaded the school on Sunday night. According to the governor, Matuwale, the state government has continued to strengthen efforts of providing security to all schools across the state since the adoption of the schoolgirls in Jamgebe. He condemned the immediate action of the security agencies to launch search and rescue strategies to ensure the state's return of the adopted students and staff still in captivity. The governor appealed to the residents of the state to remain calm, saying the government was taking all the necessary steps to restore normalcy in the area. He, however, urged inhabitants to cooperate with the security agencies deployed in the area by providing them with useful information that could lead to the rescue of the victims. Governor Matuwale also called on the people to intensify prayer for an end to all criminal activities in the state and the nation at large. He extended his condolences to the families of those killed by the bandits, including a policeman and 2 civilian security guards during the attack. The governor assured the parents of the adopted students that his government would intensify efforts to rescue them and pray for the repose of those killed by the bandits. Police arrest 13 more suspects linked to PLATEAU state killings. 13 more suspects have been arrested for their alleged involvement in the weekend killings in PLATEAU state. The force public relations officer, Frank Kumba, confirmed this in a statement on Monday. He said 33 people have been arrested so far in connection with the incidents. It disclosed that the head of the Police Intervention Team (PTI), DIG Sanusi Lemun, was already in PLATEAU coordinating police investigative, operational, and peace-building response. Mba added that the Inspector General of Police, Usman Baba, has ordered the deployment of additional operational assets in the state as part of ongoing coordinated efforts at restoring public order in Rukuba and its environs. A police surveillance helicopter, 2 units of police mobile force, PMF, and 2 cells of counter-terrorism unit, TCU, were among the assets deployed to Plateau State by the police chief. The surveillance helicopter manned by operatives of Nigeria Police Air Wing, according to Mba, is expected to carry out aerial surveillance and confidence-boosting patrols within the hotspots in coordinated operations with the ground troops. Baba assured the people of Plateau State that the police remain committed to working with other patriotic stakeholders towards restoring public order in the state and other parts of the country. No fewer than 25 people were confirmed killed and 23 others injured on Saturday along the Rukuba Road in Jos North local government area of the Plateau State. The victims were said to have been attacked while traveling through Jos to Ikare Town, Ondo State, from Bauchi State. Plateau State Governor Simon Lalong, who condemned the incident, had warned those bent on fomenting trouble in the state to desist from such actions. According to him, the government will not allow any form of lawlessness to disrupt the peace of the state. He also warned that attacks on innocent citizens will never be tolerated. The governor had vowed to ensure that those found culpable in the attacks will be dealt with decisively to serve as a deterrent and restore public peace. Justice Baba Yusuf's appointment as acting FCT Chief Judge a perfect fit, says Governor Bello Yahaya. The Congo State Governor Yahaya Bello has congratulated the newly appointed acting Chief Judge of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Justice Hussaini Baba Yusuf, whose appointment by President Muhammadu Buhari was based on the recommendation of the National Judicial Council. The governor, in a congratulatory message contained in a press statement signed on Saturday by his chief press secretary Mohammed Onagur, described Justice Baba Yusuf's appointment as a perfect fit. Governor Bello Yahaya hailed President Muhammadu Buhari for the appointment of the Kongi-born jurist into a highly prestigious position, noting that the revered legal icon has paid his dues and was worth deserving of such an elevated role in our nation's justice system. He added that the acting chief judge was renowned legal luminary who has played several roles and had a reputation of fearlessness and uprightness, hence he would make a good judge and be a valuable tool at dispensing justice in the nation. While the governor assured that Ankap-born justice would live up to expectations because of his solid years of experience and requisite knowledge, he, however, urged him to continue to make the Congo State proud. In a statement that conveyed his appointment, Honorable Justice Hussaini Baba Yusuf would be sworn in by the Chief Justice of Nigeria and the Chairman of the National Judicial Council, Justice Ibrahim Senko Mohammed, CFR. Lastly, Oyo State government flags off distribution of 5 million treated insecticide nets across the state. The Oyo State government has flagged off the distribution of 5 million treated pesticide nets across the state. The flag-off ceremony, which held in Ibadan, drew stakeholders from the health sector both inside and outside Nigeria. The Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mujid Mobojubola, spoke on behalf of the Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, and said the initiative was aimed at expanding awareness in the fight against malaria across the state. Speaking on behalf of the Governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, the Deputy Chief of Staff to the Governor, Mujib Mobojubola, said the initiative was aimed at increasing awareness in the fight against the malaria sickness across the state. He added that this would in turn reduce mortality rates amongst children and pregnant women in Oyo State. The Deputy Chief of Staff noted that the state government has also put in place free education in colleges of health across the state to reduce the effect of malaria on the country's economy. He stressed that the state government would continue to partner with relevant stakeholders to ensure a malaria-free society. In his remarks, the representative of National Malaria Elimination Program, Mike Onojokwa, said the federal government
a WhatsApp-only message on 0815-433-3883. This Lola platform, initiated by the Lagos State Ministry of Finance, will make the payment of land use charge possible anytime, any day, and anywhere without any third-party involvement. For more information, please visit www.lola.ng or luc.lagostate.gov.ng. Lola, the easiest way to pay your Lagos State land use charge. Always remember, ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni. Good news to all Lagos.
From that break, and now we move to business reports. Federal government opens bid for airport concession pegs worth of bidders at 30 billion naira. The federal government yesterday opened bids for the concession of 4 international airport terminals in Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Kano. The request for qualification RFQ as part of efforts to run the facilities efficiently and profitably is open to firms and consortia with track records in airport terminal management and net worth of 30 billion naira per bidding firm or consortium. The federal government earlier proposed 20 to 30 years concession tenure for the facilities, which will enable private investors to own, operate, and recoup the investment. The Federal Executive Council (FEC) in 2016 approved the concession of the 4 major airports in a move to have them run efficiently. Permanent Secretary, Federal Ministry of Aviation, Azan Musa, in the official memo made available to reporters, stated that the 4 major commercial airports, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, Muritala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, and Port Harcourt International Airport, Omagwa, and surrounding communities are intended to develop into efficient, profitable, self-sustaining commercial hubs, which will create more jobs and develop local industry through a public-private partnership (PPP) arrangement. Eligibility requirements include the full names of firm consortia, evidence of company registration, ownership structure of bidding entity, audited financial statement, sworn affidavit, power of attorney, board resolution, and in the case of a consortium, evidence in the form of a letter of association agreement. The terms further stated that to be pre-qualified for consideration as a prospective PPP partner for the project, the prospective firm or consortium must have the technical, operational, and financial capability, including experience in the development and operation of an international airport and cargo terminals, evidence of financial capacity in support of the company or consortium's ability to undertake the airport concession, illustrated by a minimum net worth of 30 billion naira and letters of support from credible financial institutions in support of the consortium's ability to manage and operate the airport terminals. The request emphasizes that the RFQ is the pre-qualification stage of the procurement process for the project, in which interested parties are required to meet the pre-qualification requirements specified in the RFQ package. Only pre-qualified parties will proceed to the request for proposal RFP stage and shall execute a non-disclosure agreement prior to issuance of the RFP document. Director, Public Affairs, Ministry of Aviation, James Odaudu, added that the interested international parties had been urged to partner with local firms in compliance with the requirements of the federal government's local content development policy, while submission of RFQs through electronic media will not be considered. Again, SEC warns against patronage of Ponzi schemes. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) has once again bemoaned the proliferation of fraudulent investment outfits in the capital markets, urging investors to desist from patronizing of such illegal operators. The Director General of SEC, Lamido Uguda, while speaking at the second Post-Capital Market Committee (CMC) virtual media briefing held at the weekend, urged Nigerians to stay away from fake financial experts who promise to double the money within a short time. He said the Commission would intensify efforts to clamp down on promoters of these illegal investment outfits in the capital markets, in addition to its commitment to zero tolerance of infractions. According to him, the Commission has adopted multi-level engagements with media platforms and regulators of publicity agencies to curb the activities of those illegal operators. The SEC boss said the Commission's efforts in addressing Ponzi scheme challenges are aimed at protecting investors and preserving market integrity, stating that the Nigerian capital markets should be a safe destination for investors. He assured that the SEC would continue to apply innovative measures to combat the activities of Ponzi schemes while seeking the cooperation of relevant stakeholders in the sector. And with that, we move to foreign scene. Parishioners killed in quake-damaged historic IT church. Its bell tower and yellow walls a sharp contrast with Artist's blue tropical sky. The historic Immaculate Conception Church formed the pride of Les Anglicans until it was destroyed by an earthquake Saturday, burying several faithful inside. On August 14, a magnitude 7.2 earthquake struck southern Italy, reducing the church's facade and steeple to a pile of rubble in seconds. At least 17 people were crushed to death by the collapsing wall and roof. The bodies of all the victims were pulled out of the ruins of the church. The massive quake killed more than 1,400 people across Italy, according to a preliminary official toll reported on Monday. But just in a few seconds, the church built in 1907 was destroyed. Only part of the nave and the corrugated iron roof withstood the earthquake and its incessant aftershocks. Some of the church's wooden benches were covered in piles of stones that used to be the steeple. 2 people trapped under the rubble were rescued with help from heavy equipment crushed in by workers with a Transcendese construction company that happened to be working nearby, the priest said. The survivors were taken to a hospital in the nearby town of Port-à-Pitmont. Stunned residents of the coastal hamlet exchanged stories of what they lost in the earthquake outside the church ruins on Monday. They each spoke of relatives killed during the disaster, as nearby a lone child's shoe, black in color but now covered in white dust, lay in the church square. And lastly, U.S. soldier killed 2 armed men at Cuba airport. U.S. soldiers killed 2 armed men at Kuba's airport Monday after a top Pentagon general met with the Taliban in Doha to urge them not to attack as thousands sought to flee Afghanistan, a defense official said. The official said the head of the U.S. Central Command, General Kenneth McKenzie, told Taliban officials in a face-to-face meeting Sunday in Doha not to attack the airport. Thousands of American troops took control of security at Afghanistan's main international airport outside Kuban on Saturday to enable the evacuations of the U.S. officials. Afghans, meanwhile, massed at the airport and flooded out onto the tarmac, seeking to board commercial flights out of the country. Videos showed hundreds trying to impede the takeoff of a U.S. military transport, and there were reports that several were killed, either being crushed or falling from it after it took off. And with that, we've come to the end of the Gallery TV News Bulletin this hour. Don't forget to join us again by 4 p.m. for yet another update. I remain Titilayo Olamide. Thanks for watching and do have a lovely afternoon.